procedure is how you want something done. So as a teacher, the first thing you do is to let them know how you want things done in your class. Then a routine is what the student does automatically without prompting or supervision. You know how these children are. If you keep telling them something every day, they can even recite it. It becomes a part of them. They know when to, as they come into class, they know, okay, I'm supposed to drop my books on the table, pick up my spelling diary or my journal. Okay, next thing, we're going for a walk. We want to have everything should be done. It organizes you and they respect you as the authority over them. Then it is the responsibility of the teacher to communicate effectively. Whatever you want your children to do, you must communicate with them effectively, even to your parents. A routine becomes a habit, a practice, or a custom for the students. By the time they know your routine, they know your procedures, it becomes a routine for them. So I'm trying to explain the difference between a routine and a procedure. Examples: what to do when the bell rings, what to do when the pencil breaks, what to do when you hear an emergency alert signal, what to do when you finish your work early, what to do when you have a question in class. These are the things that disrupt your lesson. Teacher, you are talking, they just jump into your lessons. But if they know what to do, they will comply. But you have to run it with them every day. What to do when you want to go to the bathroom, what to do, where to put your completed work. These are things that you should let your children know. Let them know how you want these things done. It becomes a routine it's a procedure for you, it now becomes a routine for the children. So these are things that they are not difficult. Even with the class dojo, let them know how things are done too. Everything, share it with your children and with the parents also. The parents too should know your procedure, because sometimes parents, they want to come and lord over you in your class. Draw the line.
Sure.
But do it with professionally and be nice, but let them know where you stand, that you're not a pushover. So that's it.
All right, ma'am. Thank you so much, Mrs. Ruth Osai. We really appreciate you. You rightly said, there's a platform there are platforms, technological platforms that help make school operations a lot easier. And one of them is Prodigy School Suite. That's what we really do. We have a lot of applications. We have things that schools can use to ease off the stress from the teachers and make their operations a lot better for both parents and children. It's all inclusive. I mean, your school, your scheme of work can be uploaded on it for the parents to be involved in what their children do. Yes, okay. I think it's something every school should actually adopt. Yes, the scheme of work can be uploaded on it. Our attendance processes are very, very seamless. We have a whole lot of things that you can do with our platform to make school processes a lot easier. But I'm going to let Pedro share more light on that. Pedro, are you on right now?
Yes.
PJ.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay,
can you hear me?
I'd like for you to educate the people more on Prodigy. Let them know what we do and how they can benefit from it as well.
All right, thank you. Okay, it's something I really love to do anyway, to just let people out there know the benefits of what we've got for schools, just like we've had today, leveraging classroom management. It's really, really a wonderful session we've had. To start with, thank you all the speakers. I really learned a lot, and then I know I'll just put down my questions in the comment section, so I wouldn't just break this in. All right, Prodigy, what we've got is just what we've been able to help schools automate all of their school processes. Like we've got today, which we had the classroom management. It's very easy to get parents involved, to get to know what is happening in the classrooms, just like one of our speakers has rightly said, to know what the child has been taking and a lot of things around it. And we've actually got several packages for schools that are really willing to come on board, because we really want them to have a seamless and effective automation method for everything they need to do in their school, right from academic aspect to administrative aspect to finance. We've got to know that there are a whole lot of things surrounding security. We also have what covers that as well. And then for that of classroom management, so parents can get involved to know what the child is doing. Oh, do you have an assignment today? How is it? Even if the child gets home and says, oh, I really do not have, parents can log in and get to see what is happening if that child already has assignments to do or not, or even if there has really been a particular message that has to be passed on to them, they get to know what is happening in the school. And also this helps the teachers, it helps the learners, it also helps the parents as well. And with this, it helps us to have students that out of the school, and then they get to know what is really happening out there after school. And we've also got several other ones, like taking attendance, and then parents as well getting involved to know the time the child gets to school, and then the time the child has gotten home. So this has really helped a whole lot of schools, and then it's what we're still doing anyway. We love doing it, and then we'll keep doing more of it to ensure that we help to automate all of the schools processes all in one package. They really do not have to start moving from one of this to the other one. All of those things can really be done seamlessly right through just the portal. Yes. I really do not want to say too much on this because we already live here to learn so much from our guest speakers just on what we've got. With time, probably later we could also share this so everybody gets to know what we have for schools out there and how their schools as well can really enjoy from these amazing modules we've already had together. Exactly. Thank you very much. Yes.
Thank you. I think Mr. Daramola has something to say. His hand is raised. So let me Mr. Daramola, please, you can speak up and share your ideas as well.
Okay, thank you very much. All has been said. Wonderful presentation and ideas from Mr. Sheyi and Mrs. Osai. Thank you very much. I just have questions. One, I jumped for Mr. Sheyi. I'm actually interested in the comparison of the Irish educational system and that one of Nigeria. I know it's a large divide, but I'm actually interested in one or two things that we can actually learn. Since Mr. Sheyi actually has a direct experience of their own system. That's the question for Mr. Sheyi. And I have a question for Mrs. Osai. Today, the population in schools actually growing, and the teacher-student ratio in classes, it's very terrible. We have a teacher taking several students in a class. And now we have all these methodologies, all these ideas for managing classes. And I keep wondering if all this will work for a teacher who is already overwhelmed by the population of students he or she has in the class. What suggestion do you have for such, because we have many schools like that. We have more schools having more population of students in classes with teachers. So what do you suggest that we do concerning that? So those are
okay. So I think Mr. Sheyi should go first. Since the first question is directed to him, let Mr. Sheyi go first. Mr. Sheyi, do we still have your answer?
Yes, I'm here.
All right. Please, can you do justice to that? Thank you.
All right. So talking about the correlation or comparing the Irish education system and the Nigerian education system. Okay, so the thing is, the Nigerian education system is a very academic education system, which has its benefits, right? It's a system where you see parents pride themselves in, oh, my child went to secondary school from primary 4, my child, you have those kinds of scenarios, and parents pride themselves in that. It's a very academic system. Even if you look at the parents as well, some of them have like 4 or 5 degrees and all of that, which is good. And then you come down to, maybe the Irish or maybe the British system, and they tell you, oh, this is watered down. We are cramming this and doing all of that. But I ask one question. If I want to find out how effective or how good a restaurant is, how do I do that? I test their food. If the food is good, then it's good. So if I want to find out how effective the education system is, what is the end point? So the people that have been churned out from the Nigerian education system and the people that have been churned down from the Irish education system, where are they in the world today? How many innovations do we have that have come out from the Nigerian education system? How many have come out from the Irish education system? Look at the endpoint, and that will tell you how effective the system is. If at the endpoint, right now, if anybody's on this call right now, and the mobile phone you're using was manufactured by someone in Nigeria, please let me know. Otherwise, then there's something wrong with that education system. That's the way I get to look at it. If the endpoint is not reflecting what it is that we want, then it doesn't matter even if your child learns how to do board maths at the age of 2. So what the Irish education system focuses on is the implementation, the practical aspects. Not, like I said earlier, they're not learning to cram known knowledge. They are learning to produce new knowledge. And that is the difference. We pride ourselves in known knowledge. Oh, I know this formula. Oh, I can do this. That is known knowledge. You are trying to learn something that someone discovered maybe 40, 50 years ago. That is outdated. Information is moving at the speed of light. What you should be doing is, how do you get your learners to get information that has not even been created yet? That is where the education should go to. So those are some of the basic differences between the Nigerian or the African education system and the Irish education system. I think I'll stop it for there. I'll stop it there because of our time.
Oh, okay. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. I mean, that was really deep and very, very practical and true, because I mean, in Nigeria, we need to learn. That's why we need to embrace technology more, and then encourage students to do more personal research as well. Do research, and then we have to engage in practicals, more practicals, and not just knowledge. Thank you so much, sir. So Mrs. Ruth Osai, can we have your mom
Yes,
answer the question as to the population of class? Yes.
That's a true Nigerian setting. Mr. Dabola, I know. Okay, for things like that, I will look at the sitting arrangement of your classroom. You know, if you can put the children in groups, it will really help. You can still share your routines and your procedures with them and put them up for them to see every day. But the way they sit, and let them sit in groups. Then infuse the 4 C's into your teaching and learning. What are the 4 C's? Creativity, critical thinking, communication, and collaboration. Then make your lessons fun, and hands-on, engaging. Assign roles to the children. When the children are learning, when there's fun in your class, you can manage your children. Even if there are 50 children in that class, put them in groups. Then I call it physical space. Be able to walk in between, be mobile in your classroom. By the time you can move around your class, the ones that are a bit going, okay, you have the aggressive ones, the hyperactive, agitated, unruly students. Then you have the one that is resistant, I don't want to do anything today. Then the distractible one, the one that who cannot concentrate in class. That child can't walk, you can't walk that child through a full lesson. Then you have the one that is, teacher must do everything for me. So by the time you engage these children with activities, hands-on, I tell teachers, everything you do with your children, always plan every child's ability in your lesson, your learning style. Multiple intelligences, you must put that into consideration. The one that wants to watch, maybe the auditory learner, the kinesthetic, all those things are important. Then infuse the 4 C's. Let them communicate, let them collaborate, let them do things together. By the time there's fun in what you're doing, you can manage your children. So every lesson is fun for them. They can't predict what you're doing next. That means every lesson you do, you think outside the box. Let the children take ownership of their learning. Facilitate your lessons. Make your lessons child-centered, not teacher-centered. Let them be the one to do all the talking. Just guide them into learning. You will enjoy, they will enjoy. 4 C's, like I said. Communication, creativity. Your lessons should be creative. They should collaborate. Then infuse critical thinking questions in the children. Like you ask them questions, you want to know what they know. It's called knowledge harvest. You come up with a concept. Throw the questions at the children. Generate what they know. Add what you know. By the time the children are involved in what you're doing, nobody is bored. So every lesson is a journey, is an adventure for the children. You'll be able to manage your children without stress. Thank you. I hope I was able to answer your question, Mr. Darama.
Thank you, Mrs. Osai. I really want to, I don't want to delve into what teaching is like, because if you think of it, you want to know, like, how do you even manage a hyperactive child versus a child who's apt to learn and all of that. I don't even want to go into all of that, but I want to say well done to you as a teacher.
They come
well
in their
done to the
shades
school
and colors.
system.
They come. You have to just look. That's why I said you should study.
I can imagine. In fact, as a mom, I know that my children even have two different personalities. And I mean, it's amazing how one mother can give birth to two different children with different characters. Then I don't even want to imagine what it look like having a whole lot of them in the school, in one classroom at the same time. I think it's a whole lot of work, and teachers are doing an amazing job with that. Well done, Ma. Thank you so much, Ma. Does anybody have any other question, please? Please put it in the chat room so that we can direct to our speakers quickly. I mean, our time is fast spent already. Any other questions, please? Any other questions? Okay, I don't see any other one. So once again, I want to say a very big thank you to Mr. Sheyi and Mrs. Ruth Osai. Thank you for coming on board. Thank you for honoring our invitation. Thank you for being there, irrespective of everything. You showed up and you gave us your best. Thank you. And we promise, we look forward to having you next time on this platform. Yes, we look forward to having you with better systems and everything. Yeah, we look forward to having this more and more and more. And then want to say thank you to everyone for joining as well. It's been an amazing time of learning and unlearning also, because I've unlearned and I've learned. I hope you all have done same as well. Thank you. Okay, so let me, my co-hosts, PJ, Mr. Daramola, do you have anything else to add to this? Hello, Pedro.
Thank you very much. None to add, but I've really enjoyed so much from this wonderful presentation. Insightful knowledge from Mr. Sheyi Agbede and Mrs. Ruth Osai. I'm really, it's been wonderful. And I just wish many teachers would actually learn, come to know this and put it to work, because we really need these ideas, this understanding, and this practices in education today. We really need it. Thank you so much.
Thank you. PJ, want to say something?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much, our speakers. Thank you for being up here so we could just learn so much from you. Just like Mr. Damola has rightly said, we really hope we'll have a lot of educators that will really be able to put this into practice. Like, will really go a long way. And then we really hope to have you another time. Thank you so much for coming here and being here to have to really learn so much from you concerning the classroom, leveraging classroom management together. Thank you so much. And then I don't know if there can be a way we get in case there are other questions coming up, is it possible to also drop those questions with you? And then how do you think we can get access to ask those questions? Are we free to ask any question anytime? And how? I mean, what way do you think we can ask those questions in case we have to?
I'll send you my email address. I'll send my email address to you.
All right.
Maybe I'll add my phone number. They need to reach me.
That would be Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. What about Mr. Sheyi? Is there?
Well, yeah, you can reach me on LinkedIn. Sheyi Agbede on LinkedIn. Just send me a message on that.
Okay, all right, we'll do that then. Thank you very much. I really do not have so much.
All right, so please,
thank you.
Thank you, PJ. Okay, so please do well to follow us as well on our Instagram page. It's called Prodigy School Suite. Do well to follow us on our Instagram so that you can get valuable information about what we're doing technologically for schools as well. So I think at this time we'll have to call this meeting and then enjoy our Children's Day. Happy Children's Day, by the way. We don't have children here, but happy Children's Day to every parent that has a child, everybody that has, every teacher that teaches children. Happy Children's Day, okay? Thank you so much for coming on board. Enjoy the rest of your day.